Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Luna and I make Animal Crossing videos every single week. So if you're into fairy core or decorating videos or Animal Crossing in general, maybe consider subscribing to join our little AC family. Last week we decorated our girl Tutu's yard. I'm obsessed with how it turned out. I know for a fact Tutu and Marina enjoy this area because after I filmed this, they were just here having a blast. If you missed it or want to see how I created this build, I'll leave a link to this video in the time cards on top that will lead you straight to that video, and I'll also leave the link in the description below. For today's video, we will be creating another villager yard, and this time it is going to be for Lily, who you all voted for in last week's poll for me to get on this island, so it's only fair to welcome her to this island by creating her own little space. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. So here's the area that I'll be working on today. It's next to my entrance and airport, so you'll have to go through this little small space that will lead you straight to the area. I will be decorating this entire area, so let's get right into the build. I'm going to first bring this cliff out a bit so that I can add the staircase on the side. I'm going to be adding the natural staircase because once you add the staircase, it will blend right into the cliffs. I'm not sure what I'll be adding up here, but I want to connect the staircase that I made in my entrance video and connect it to this part. I might add another villager here, but I'm not sure if I want to add just a single villager or do a double neighborhood. I do love creating double neighborhoods because it puts the villagers closer together and it does free up a lot of space on my island so that I have more space to decorate. For the next couple of videos, I'm going to be focusing on putting my villagers onto my island, and while I'm doing that, I might take a break here and there so that I can decorate my island and create some builds that are not my villager home but just me building my island. I'm thinking of adding a second player so that I can have another house to decorate, and I also have to decorate my house and change the outside. It's still in the default color. I need to spice it up, and I'm going to make it all pink on the outside as well as all pink on the inside. I'll make it look super elegant and beautiful. I might throw in some green furniture here and there, but I'm going to mostly add pink just because I feel like a lot of the furniture in the game look better in pink or in the color blue. I don't know what it is, but besides black, I feel like pink and blue, when you customize it, it just has like this nice color to it. I don't know how to explain it, which is why for a future island, I want to do an all blue island because I can just imagine all of the blue bushes and blue flowers everywhere. But back to what I was saying, I am going to decorate my house with a bunch of pink, and I want to transform the outside of my house into a beautiful, elegant castle. I have a lot of things that I want to do for this island. I just have to start doing them. But for this build, I started to create this pond with a floating little land, and I added a tree and a beautiful statue. I was going to just leave it as a little pond, but I felt like adding a little land and a tree always makes it look a lot better, and it also looks like I put more effort into building. And then I'm going to continue adding the fairy spring path all the way up until the other side. I will be breaking it up with the other path that I love using, which is the stone and leaf path. It's 3 pieces, but it has been my favorite little path to add in these small little spaces. For a while, the log path has been my favorite little path, but this one just took the #1 spot. And in the middle here where I have the staircase is going to be a transitional space between the pond and Lily's house. I'm going to continue to fill up the space with some custom designs, and then in between the custom designs, I'm going to add some flowers, weeds, glowing mosses, and bushes. And then I'm going to continue this pattern of adding flowers, bushes, and weeds and glowing mosses all the way up until I reach Lily's house, and of course adding some fairy core items in between. And this build isn't a build unless one of my villagers just start showing up in the area that I'm building. I'm telling you, I feel like when I put this little hat on, that's when they all start to spawn my way. Animal Crossing definitely put a code in to mess with us so that when we put that little hat on, it's over. All of your villagers just start to spawn one by one, which, speaking of villagers, I will be getting Gala next. She won the poll that I did, so she will be next to join our island. After this, I will be posting another poll for our last villager for this island, so don't forget to head over and cast your vote because I really need your help. After this, I'm going to go ahead and start decorating Lily's house. I'm going to keep her house pretty simple because later on for the beach, I'm going to decorate it a little bit more for her. Also, side note, I realized it's been a few years since I did my last Q&A, and there has been a lot of new subscribers since then, which I love and appreciate all of you for taking the time to subscribe and watch my little videos. So since it's been a while and a lot of things have changed, I'm thinking for one of these upcoming videos while I decorate, I wanted to answer some questions that you guys may have. So if you have any questions for me, you can write them in the comments or you can DM me on Instagram at Luna Rosebell. That way we can know each other just a little bit more. So yeah, we're almost done with this build. I'm just finishing off the left side of Lily's house and then I'm going to go back and finish the right side. I'm thinking of adding more castle items behind her house so it can look more elegant, but we'll see if it looks better when I put it than it does in my head, because a lot of times I think something looks good in my head and then when I go place it, it looks horrendous. And then I'm adding this ruined pillar here with a star clock on top, which has been one of my favorite combos throughout this whole island. And then I'm going to finish adding the little touches to this build, adding her photo in front of her house so that you know it's her when you come to visit. And then I'm going to go back and add some star fragments and mushrooms, not so much because I don't want to overwhelm the area. So here is how the first part of this build looks. Once I start working on the area in the back, this area will come together and look so much better. But right now, I'm still obsessed with it and how it looks. I also love how the cherry blossoms fall into the water. It's such a nice little effect. Here is how the second part of my build looks. I love how the staircase just blends right into the cliffs, and I just love that simple well there. It just elevates the space so much. I've been so obsessed with that item lately. It has been in almost all of my builds. And here's how Lily's yard looks. I love her area so much, and now that I see the whole house and the area together, I really love the color of her house so much. I feel like it really blends in with who she is and the theme of my island. Once I get to my beaches, I'm definitely going to decorate the beach that's in front of her house and make it into a froggy little paradise for her because Lily deserves it. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed the build and the video, let me know by hitting the like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, consider subscribing to join our little AC family. Like I mentioned earlier, I'm going to have another poll where you guys can vote on our last villager for this island. So head over to my community tab and cast your vote on which villager we should get. I'm going to put about 3 or 4 options up so you guys have some variation. Also, don't forget to have your post notifications on so you don't miss out on any future videos. I love you all so much. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!